Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to today, Tuesday, April 26, 2022, 9 a.m. sharp, New York time. Less than 30 minutes for the market to open and getting ready for a new day and trying to figure out what the hell is going to happen next. So we are watching right now NASDAQ futures, and both NASDAQ and the SP 500 are fading a bit early in the session, giving back some of yesterday gains. So yesterday we had a nice, beautiful reversal buy candle for an oversold bounce. And that was something that we talked on yesterday's session, 9 a.m. briefing from Monday to Friday, and I said that on day 3-4 you should be trimming some of your gains and look for a possible oversold bounce to clear the oversold condition. That's exactly what we had. Also told you that we were coming to start the week. From last week we were short on Apple and Microsoft, and that I would be trimming my gains ahead of the earnings. So I closed everything yesterday for a very nice gain, but we are going for that in a couple of minutes. So right now, what we know, okay, we know that I usually try to keep my trading very simple. And what do we know at this time? We know that we, on the short term, we are bearish, okay. While we are below the 8 and 21 day moving average, that's the case. We are bearish. We also know that since the lower highs here, okay, since the lower highs and following this breakdown here, we push below the 8 and 21 day moving average, so that's bearish, and we have been making lower highs, lower lows. But what I told you yesterday, pretty much that we are not going in straight line. We have oversold bounces on the way, and we had it during this April correction. We have a bounce here just to give it all back next day. We had some bounces here, okay, playing inside of a range, and that's exactly what we are seeing right now. The size of the bounce and the size of the pullback will give us clues on what's next. So right now, what we know that shorts yesterday start covering a little bit from the open and from the morning lows, and that worked well. We got some nice scalps on SPY, on IWM, also NVDA, playing for the bounce. That worked perfectly. But for the bull case, okay, we need continuation, okay. We need to go for a red to green move. We need above the 8, we need above 21, we need above last week highs, and there, yeah, we can go bullish. But that's not the case, at least for now, okay. So that can happen, of course it can, but it can also happen fade here, retest, or even yesterday lows, and who knows what the hell is going to happen. Why is that? Because we are going into earnings season, and tech names really can have a big impact on the rest of the market. We are going to have tonight, we are going to have Microsoft earnings after the market close. Yesterday Microsoft bounced perfectly, and I shorted Microsoft on Thursday, okay, from 287, and I covered yesterday at 270 to 71, so for $16 per profit per share, and it was the right thing to do. Why? Because yeah, we have 1, 2, 3 days. On day 3, what I told you, you should cover, you should lock your gains, especially going into earnings tonight. So now we wait. We wait because the stock bounced exactly where it should, 270 from the March lows and this year lows. It bounced perfectly from 270, but we are still not out of the woods. We need above the 8, we need above 21 day moving average, we need basically above 293 to try to go all the way into $300. Is that going to happen? Once again, no clue. No one really knows, especially on binary events. No one knows how the stock will react after earnings. What do we know? 270 is a big level. We also know that 293 is a big level. Bulls needs above 293, bears needs below 270. What is going to happen? I don't like to gamble. I'm a trader that trades for a living. I trade price and not opinions, not any bias or anything like that. So I'm waiting to see how the stock will react to after the market close today, how it will react to the earnings tomorrow. Maybe we can have a more clear view on how Microsoft is behaving and if we can get a trade there. Also, if it will give a gauge on the sentiment going into the tech names tomorrow. But that's tomorrow. Right now is a patience game. As I've told you, I covered my short on Microsoft yesterday for $16.70 profit on the short, and I also covered the short on Apple. As I told you, we shorted Apple on Thursday at $170.50, okay, 170.5, and after this bearish reversal candle, and I locked the yesterday gains at 159. So yeah, nice 3 days pullback. It was a nice one. Now what? Now once again, you know that I don't like to trade earnings. So company is going to release earnings on Thursday after hours. I want to wait to see. I don't like to gamble. I prefer to wait to see. What do we know? We know that Apple is pretty much for now on the bear camp while it's below the 8 and 21 day moving average. So bulls needs above 167, needs to break above 171, fill the gap at 174. That's for the bull case. Bears needs below yesterday lows 158 and try to make new lows for the year below 150. Is that going to happen? Once again, my friends, no clue. I prefer to wait. I'll be looking how the stock will react Thursday night after the earnings and if we can have something on Friday, not before. One of the things that yesterday I played was actually not on AMD, it was on NVDA. We played the bounce on NVDA, okay? I told you before the market opened, 190 was the biggest level. It bounced perfectly from 190, $9 bounce from the lows, $8-9 bounce, and a very nice bounce. But as I've been telling, I'm dealing with this as an oversold bounce. Okay, so a dead cat bounce, whatever you want to call it, for me is an oversold bounce. What we need for the bounce continuation, we need above $200, trying to go into 210. 210 is the level that, in my opinion, should, if it goes above $200, 210 is the level that should be faded. Why? This was 210 was a support. It broke down the support on Thursday last week, and we can have a retest here on the $210, and from that it should fade. Okay, so if the stock for some miracle goes from red to green right now at 197.7, if it goes from red to green above $200, we can go into 205 to 10. Those are two biggest levels. And there you should fade, in my opinion, the move. Bear case continuation needs below 190. Below 190, yeah, it can go all the way 185, 180. I don't like to catch the falling knife. So yesterday it was a little bit easier. Trading is not easy, but if you have some rules and you know some of my rules, you know that after 3-4 days on the down move, you should be looking for an oversold bounce, dead cat bounce, call it whatever you want. You should be looking to trim on the shorts and looking for some calls. That's exactly what we played yesterday, and that worked well. So NVDA, it will be a focus. If it's able to go from red to green, we can have a day 2. But once again, as an oversold bounce, AMD pretty much the same. Yesterday printed an inside day. I want to see if it's able to push above 91.4, okay, and if it goes above 91.4, it can go into 93, but there is a big supply zone all the way into 95, 96, so if it goes, it should fade around there. Bears needs below 88 to try to roll over and go into 85, 84. That can be the level. So AMD, it will be also a focus. Yesterday, we also saw an oversold bounce on Boeing. Boeing that last week had a big reversal sell, okay? big reversal sell on a retest from the breakdown. It break down at 190. Last week on Thursday it retested at 190 and faded, and right now it bounced exactly where it should. 172, 173 was the level. It bounced close near the highs, but it was not able to fill the gap at 176.5. So I keep the stock on watch, but Boeing is going to release earnings tomorrow morning. So as you know, I don't like to gamble into earnings. So I will be waiting for tomorrow, and at 9 a.m. we should have a more clear view if we can have a trade there. Bears needs below 172 to try to go all the way into March lows at 167. Bulls needs a move above 182 to try to squeeze it back into 190, but those are the levels that should fade here. If for some miracle it goes, it's a big wall, it should fade, and if it breaks below 172 it can go into new lows for the year. So keeping on watch. Facebook, pretty much the same. As I've told you, after the breakdown last week at 210, 1, 2, 3, what you should be looking on day 3, 4, you should be looking to cover your shorts and look for an oversold bounce. It printed new lows for the year, 182, 181.66, and no interest here. It is going to report earnings tomorrow night, so maybe after tomorrow we can have a more clear view if for some miracle it can bounce and going back into $200, or if it breaks down below 180, watch out, it can be a falling knife. So for now, only keeping on watch, but no trade here on Facebook. Let's look for more tomorrow. IWM, it was a beautiful trade, okay, yesterday. I loaded big on IWM calls and SPY calls. It was a beautiful trade. Congratulations everyone. It was not easy, okay, because basically if you look in your right side on the chart, you see the intraday chart. We were basically buying all this move down, okay, all this move down. We were buying early in the morning and boom, by program bounced. The idea was to fill the gap, but I basically, when I saw that it was not able to make new highs on the day, this move basically more than doubled our calls. It was yesterday expiration calls on IWM, same thing on the SPY, and we doubled only this move. It was enough to double the money. Some minutes later it gone for a retest, it double bottom at 189, double bottom and resume back up, fill the gap as planned and printed a reversal buy. Now what? Now we want to see, and as I've been saying, I'm dealing with this as an oversold bounce, dead cat bounce. We break down last week, okay, big reversal sell candle, breaks below the 8 and 21 day moving average, break down here once again on Friday, fill the gap at 195, and yesterday, 1, 2, 3 days, day 3, you look for an oversold bounce. Now I want to see how it's going to handle 190. 190 right now at 192. I want to see how it's going to handle 190, 192. The biggest support 199. If it break down below 189, you should be looking for a breakdown all the way into low 180s, but we need to see it. Otherwise, if it's going to hold 192 and if it tries for some miracle red to green move, it should stall all the way into 196. 196 is the level on a retest from last week breakdown. 196 is the level to fade in my opinion. So keeping on watch, but no position for now. Same thing with the SPY yesterday. We got early in the morning, we got some SPY calls. Same thing as IWM. This move here that you're seeing on the right side, this move, it was enough to more than double the trade. So congratulations to all the longs. What was the trading plan? Pretty much 420 to hold, and if you're looking into your chart on the right side, you're seeing that here it held perfectly 420, and we played this bounce, and only this bounce with yesterday options expiration, it was more than enough to double the money. So get in, got the double and got back out. It was the wise thing to do. It faded, but After printing new lows, 420 held once again and filled the gap all the way into 425.4 and closed at the highs. But once again, dealing with this as a big oversold bounce after 1, 2, 3 days big move all the way from 450 all the way into 418. You should be looking for an oversold bounce, and we had it. Now what? 425 is the level, okay? I want to see if it's going to hold 425. If it holds, yeah, it can try a red to green move, needs above yesterday highs, 428.69 to trying to go into 430, and between 430 435 that's the biggest supply zone. So if for some miracle it goes above 420 430, it can go into 435, but there you should fade, in my opinion, the move for a rejection at 435 436 if it goes, okay? But we need to see it. That's for the bull case continuation. Otherwise, if it breaks down below 425, we have yesterday 420 and 418, those are the levels. If it breaks down below, watch out. The next level should be the March lows all the way into 415, okay? 415, that can be one of the next levels, but I prefer to wait to see how it will go. The cubes, of course, are focus. Why? Because we are going into earnings season, big tech names. We have Microsoft, Google tonight, we have Facebook tomorrow, we also have Apple that's coming on Thursday. So a lot of tech names that are going to report. I want to see how it's going to handle. Same thing as the rest yesterday. It gave an oversold bounce after 1, 2, 3, 4 days. What you should be looking on day 4, oversold bounce. That's exactly what we had. Now we need to measure the bulls and bears trend. If it holds, okay, and that's for the bull case, needs to hold 322. Okay, if it holds 322, right now 327. If it holds 327 and goes from red to green, 330, all the way into 335, 336, that's the biggest level. It broke down last week, the support, it can retest, but there it should fade. But once again, earnings season, no clue what is going to happen. I know that if gives an oversold bounce follow through continuation, 335, 336 is a level to sell. If it breaks down below 322, what you should be looking, March lows 317, and below that, watch out, we can go ugly and make new lows for the year, and who knows where this is going to stop. Tesla, it will be also a focus. Tesla has been holding, I'm not sure how, but has been holding pretty well above 973. 973, 975 is a big level. Yes, they closed below the 8 and 21 day moving average. Bulls needs above 1010, okay? Right now the stock below 1K, needs above 1010 for the bull case. Above that we have 1034, and above that we have last week highs. But if it breaks down below 973, watch out, 950, $900, and can go even lower for a retest here on the breakout zone from the March rally, and anything can happen. So keeping here Tesla on watch for a possible move one way or the other. So going back into NASDAQ. NASDAQ is printing new lows as we speak. NASDAQ futures are printing new lows on the pre-market. I want to see the size of the, we are seeing SP500. Let's move here into NASDAQ. And SP500 printing new lows. We printed pretty much a reversal sell, and we are retesting here on NASDAQ. We are retesting the pre-market lows. I want to see if the pre-market lows hold. Bull case needs something like this, break above this, and resuming higher. That's for the bull case. But if they break down below the pre-market lows, watch out, we have a possible retest on Friday lows, and below that we have yesterday lows as the biggest support. Once again, how is going to be? Today it's much more tricky than yesterday. Yesterday it was a little bit easier to see the dead cat bounce, okay? Because really the move from the Thursday, last week Thursday, it was a big violent move, and it was pretty much oversold. So yeah, yesterday it was easier. Right now, not that easy, because we can have two scenarios. We can have the oversold dead cat bounce continuation, and for that what we need NASDAQ to hold these morning lows, pushing above, start making new higher highs, higher lows, and going from red to green. Is that going to happen? Once again, no clue. What we are seeing, they are fading from the pre-market highs. So bulls need above pre-market highs to try to go into the 8-day moving average. But if it goes, these levels here should fade, in my opinion. So less than 10 minutes for the market to open. I'll be waiting to see in next couple of minutes how the action go, but that's pretty much my trading plan. I'm waiting to see how the stock market will react to Microsoft and Google earnings, and cash is a position. I'll be looking for some possible cash flow trades, but that's only that. Okay, for now I'm dealing with this as an oversold bounce, dead cat bounce. It can give all back, all yesterday move back down, or we can go from red to green. So really right now it's a tricky game. You play safe, it's my suggestion. So if you are watching, thank you for watching. I kindly ask you for please give a like, also subscribe to the channel. The channel is free on YouTube, and I'm doing this from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. sharp. It's free, it's trying to help, giving the levels, just another perspective so you can use on your trading, trying to help, giving the levels, what I'm looking, and if that helps you, I'll be very, very happy to help you. Okay, with this said, time to go. Wish you all a great trading today. Stay safe, and see you all tomorrow. Set your calendar, 9 a.m. briefing. Stay tuned. See you tomorrow. Bye bye, everyone.